Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another DC Worlds Collide video. This is Mr. Squirrel, and as always, I'm glad to have you here. Thanks for stopping by. So, I wanted to make a short video talking about, I've been seeing a lot of people talking about summoning, and the issues they have with summoning, or that we don't get enough summons. And I do agree, I don't think we get enough summons for how much we need in this game, but I think that's not even so much of the issue. I've also released another video. It'll talk about the sensor tower data. I think I talk about this issue in that video, but I want to make kind of a separate video to talk about the shop. And I think a lot of people are spending diamonds on summoning. And I don't think you should be spending that much on summoning all the time. I actually always pick up the elite character fragments at 360 every single day. You need these fragments. They are so important to your overall account progression. Sometimes if I'm feeling lucky, I will pick up even the 600 one because I think it is a better value currently where I'm at, because my goal is to get characters to rank 10, so I want those max abilities, and I'm picking characters that I can do that with. And rank 8, but even to do all of that, to keep ranking up all these characters, I need elite fragment shards. You will use more shards than you will ever summon. So we're going to do an example here. So I already got to summon my character. I want to highlight in this video, I'm going to do one summon to showcase this. So I'm going for Mara and Grodd right now because I'm trying to make both a tanky attack team and a debuff team. I need more Grodds. So I didn't get anything, but look. There's one elite. Ooh, okay, that's good. That's good. I got 1. 2. Okay. This is a good this is a good example. I'm glad I did this and spent 10 to do it. Look at, I just spent 2,000 crystals, right? What was equivalent of 2,000. And I pulled 20 shards. 20 shards for 2,000 crystals. Or confirm. Let's go back. Ooh, that's not a bad-ish deal. That's not too bad. Maybe later. Now, or in the other one, I can get 330 shards for 360 crystals. So essentially, for 1/6 of the price, I can get what the more elite shards. 1/6 of the price. I pick the 360 up every single day. Every single day. I always pick it up, no matter what. I'm even gonna pick up this one too. Yeah, we're gonna do that too. I need those. That's 30 That's 30 blue shards. I need those, right? Ooh, this one too. Yes, very good. Very, very good. But my point is these shards are so incredibly important. I actually think this is one of the resources that is so difficult to get in this game. I have actually been tempted to pick these up because there's no character in here that I'm really looking for. So I'm like, do I just pick up 10 copy? Do I just get 10? Because that'll give me 10 times... That gives me essentially, what, 100 shards? Is that worth it? Probably not. But moral is that the fact that I'm even tempted to do it speaks volumes, right? And I'm just sitting here like, I really need these shards to rank up any character, right? Because if I'm looking here, like and I always use Hal Jordan because I think it's really good. I don't think a lot of people have a rank 9 character. 800. Let's see how many I have right now. I have 383. I'm not even halfway. Right? I still need, 90 more shards of his legendary fragments for him. So I'm nowhere near it, right? I'm not halfway there for just rank 9. That's not factoring in all of these other characters. Like right now, I want to work on Mara. But that's going to take 30, 60, like I'm going to need like 200+ for her, just to get like more than 200. I'm going to need like 600 to get her up to rank 7 or 8. I needed her at rank 8, right? So it's just like, Like, I'm not even struggling so much with the epic characters. I'm struggling with legitimately, do I have enough elite fragments to get some of these characters up to like to a decent point? And then I'm even factoring in, do I mean like let's look at Sinestro. I really want to get his leader skill to rank 7, but I don't have enough to do that. I just, yeah, can I rank him up right now? I can rank him up. I don't have enough gold, so that's why that's not procking up. But like, if I want Sinestro rank 7, so that for my other debuff team, do you see what I'm saying with like these elite fragment shards? But then when I did my summon earlier, I spent 2k crystals to pull 20. I'm not lying to you guys. I actually, a lot of times will just straight up, this is going to drive me nuts if I don't pick this up. We should be able to get elite fragment shards from our date. Like, honestly, can they just add elite fragment shards to this? We really should be getting them in our right here. We should be able to get elite fragment and rare shards. I think that would alleviate a lot of people's issues. Just give it to, like, allow us to pick these things up. I would even be okay if they started releasing like some 8th medals. Devs, and that would push people to want to push the story more. Just saying. Okay. But that comes back to this point. I think a lot of people are summoning in this way. It's like, I want to get as many characters as possible. The way you need to be summoning in this game is you need to be operating from the assumption that you are only looking for 15 characters. And that's a lot. And I don't even operate from that. Right now, I'm operating on 5 to 10. 5 to 10, and if you look at my box, you're like, but that's not even, you don't even have anywhere near that. Exactly. I'm literally working right now. 1, 2, I don't have enough gold. I need to actually use some gold in a little bit. I don't even have, like look at the resource management here, and I am focusing on my HAL to 200, and then I will get John and Superman up to, well, I'm actually going to replace Superman out for Guy Gardner. I'm going to do a flip there because he's already at 3. And then I'm going to probably flip out John for Mr. Terrific because I have both of them already at rank 8, right? And I can probably go far beyond them with that too. So, but the moral of what I'm trying to get at is that, like, I know a lot of people are like, but I want these characters and all that. We really need elite. You need elite shards. Remember, rank 8 is so important, and then rank 10, because rank 10 is when you max out their skills, right? So you like, it's really, really important that you max out these characters so that you can push the story and get better resources. And even then, I'm still struggling with gold and all these other things that are happening. But I see so many people like, oh, well, I can't summon more. I can't summon more. You shouldn't really be spending that many gems on summoning even. Like, I'm going to give you an example of my account and why I'm thinking the way I'm thinking. Okay, so my first team is going to be Hal, Jess, Guy, Terrific, and Mara. Great. Now, oh, there's probably a new burn person coming out. Okay, well, I'm just skipping that. That's not going to help me. Maybe down the line. Then, second team. Now, notice I'm doing some overlap here. Is that I'm going to then move Lex down to this other team with Sinestro. I'm going to bring up Grodd. I'm going to use Kid Flash, and then it'll be Bizarro. I think I'm going to add Bizarro in there. So it's just this uber duper tanky team. And I might not even be, I mean, Kid Flash will work pretty well in that team. And that team is just going to be super sustainy. And it's like, just, you know, Sinestro doing Sinestro things, and everyone else is just like, just tanking so that Sinestro can keep doing damage. It's like, with the way I'm thinking that team will operate, it's just gonna be super annoying. But then notice, then, like, I can bring Lex down, and then finally maybe I'll make like a crit team. But you need to be thinking on this is that the first thing I also want to highlight is I have one team of superheroes and one team of villains, because people are trying to summon for all these characters. But remember, you want to be pushing Convergence. And I think some of the two, remember how I said that you really want these right here, these shards, you get these through Keystone City, which you need villains for. You really want these right here. You want the ascension materials from the hero city, from Central City, which is all heroes. So you want like a nice balance of heroes and you want a nice balance of villains. So you want to think of, okay, do I have a team of villains? Do I have a team of heroes? Now, for me specifically, I have a lot of strong mighty red and a lot of strong tactile blue characters. My greens are really bad, which is also why I'm starting to work on Mara. I have very bad green characters. Like, I just don't have good green character agile. But with that in mind, so I'm thinking, okay, I need to be able to raise, I should have 5 of all of these characters, right? 5 blue, 5 red, 5 green. As time progresses, those 5/5/5s can be applicable to different parts of the story. Because then also, as I go to War World here, oh, cool, time in 3. Did I at the end? Okay, so this will reset. But then in Elite Arena, I have those 3 teams that the characters will be moved around, yada yada yada, right? But as you start maxing out one team, you need to start, okay, what excess of resource, like blue badge emblems, you don't need those. Like, once you get your top 5 characters to badge 10, then you have then the excess blue badges are going to go to your next team, right? But as you summon, you should be summoning in a way that is maximizing your ability to get the resources needed to rank up these characters in an efficient manner. Right now, I'm actually not ranking up Hal right now. Why? Because I'm missing so many shards from him. Like, it's going to take, so I actually paused on Hal right now, and I'm going to bring up other characters to Hal's level. Why? Because if we look at rank up, I still need a ton of 8th medals. I'm missing 90 shards for him. 90. I still need 90 more epics or legendary shards, 8th medals, whatever. I need 90 more. That's going to take like a month-ish plus to get. So I got to wait. I can get 10 more from the elite shard shop. So that'll put me at 80. And then I think from the battle pass, I can pick up a few more. That'll take a whole month to get to. And then there's the shop 8th medals. That'll take a while. Like, you see what I mean? So it's just like, I'm planning this out. Okay, so in about a month, I'll get them to rank 10. Unless I get lucky and pull them somewhere along the way, which probably won't happen. But in the meantime, I'm actually working on Jessica Cruz, because I have enough to rank up to rank 9. She's not super mandatory to get to rank 9. So in the meantime, because she doesn't get that many bonuses, Hal got a decent buff at rank 9. She doesn't, so I'm holding off. But then when I'm looking at my other characters, then I'm like, okay, so I've got both of these guys at rank 8. That means I don't need to put so much ranking investment in them. I do, because they can get then it's about getting them like more higher in the badges. So I need to worry about badges, especially for Guy. I'm only 2 rank from rank 10, yada, yada, yada. I'm worried more about his artifact. I need that artifact. But you know who's really lacking right now? Mara, because she's going to be the 5th member on that team. So I need to work on that team. In the meantime, while I'm working on those 5, so remember, I can't let my resources that are going to those 5 be overlapped with anyone else. If it does, then I'm negating the other resources for the other team until I get Mara with some better, she's got decent, like, she needs better equips. I need to get her badge. There's a lot of stuff I need for her to get her into a point where she can be put on that other team. And in the meantime, I'm then planning out, okay, so my Lex Luthor, who's really strong, and I don't want to have him as a wasted investment, I'm going to bring him down into team 2 with Sinestro. And I might even actually, rather than Grodd, use John. But then John needs rank 30, badge 30. And I'd actually say the badges are the biggest investment over anything else, because badges are permanent. Like, you can't get those points back. And so I'm saying all of this because people are so worried about summoning and summoning and summoning. And I'd actually say summoning is the least of our worries. We need more elite fragment shards so that you can, like, I'm going to just highlight this example. Let's use, here, I'm going to use Constantine. Here, let's go here. And this is, so I want to highlight, I have a lot of shards of characters, right? I have enough for Jess. I have enough for John. Ooh. Oh, it's just, Four. Great. I have 3 Ocean Masters, 2 Superboys. Now you're probably like, well, you had 2 huge summoning sessions. That I did. But I'm still so much in a deficit of elite fragments. I'm in such a deficit for elite fragments. Um, so when you're thinking about summoning, you really need to kind of put this in perspective that you need 3 teams. You have to summon and operate under the assumption of how am I maximizing my resources so that, again, and I'm not even thinking about 3, I'm thinking about 2 right now, with 5 characters in mind, and then creating a second team. My first team is heroes, my second team is villains, and then that way, that allows me to push other parts of the convergence so that way I can keep progressing different parts of the story, because I haven't even touched on, and I'm not going to put this in this video, but it falls in line with this video, is that the evil falls. You need, I would say you really want to think about, for this is how you get gear. Gear is very important. It is what allows you to maximize your characters. So for instance, I'm going to highlight this. Okay, Two-Face Bleed. If you have his team synergy at level 2, your units get a 100% stat bonus. So what do you want? You want to get Two-Face to rank 2. His stat, you need him rank 7. That 25% will add up. And that's how you're going to keep pushing these levels even higher and higher and higher and higher. But I would say right now, you can actually pull most of this from the shop, the Evil Falls shop. So I would say this isn't as big of a worry. I would worry about, do you have a hero team and a villain team? So that way you can push the convergence as far as possible and maximize resource generation, and so that you can keep getting these characters higher and higher up. Again, I see a lot of people worrying about summoning. I would not worry about summoning as much. I literally summon so that I can potentially get a dupe of some of the epics that I'm looking for, but more importantly, so that I can actually keep getting elite fragment shards so that I can keep ranking up my characters. And even then, that's not efficient because I'm not getting enough shards. Notice I have more epics than I have elite shards to actually rank them up. So worry more about spending your crystals and your gems on resourcing and getting your top 10 characters, of which you should have a nice 5 of heroes and a nice 5 of villains. With spread across, I would say right now, I know this is going to be a hot take, but I actually do not worry so much about the green. I'm worrying about blue and red, because blue and red, you need the nuts and bolts so that you can rank up your equipment, and you need XP so you can get your character stronger. Those are one of the most valuable resources in the game. So you want to have a nice break of heroes and villains, and then a nice break of blue and red, with green coming in last for your third team. That's why I'm like, block will probably be my last team. It's just a ton of greens. But that will allow you to progress other parts of this game relatively fast and get these resources that you need. But also keep in mind, when you're summoning, you really want those elite fragments. Like when I pull like 6 elites in a multi, I'm like, yes, that's 60 shards that I can use, right? So just take note of that. And how are you using your characters, and how are they intermixing with each other? So that way, like, I'm going to use Lex Luthor, and this will be the last point I'm bringing up, but Lex Luthor can be moved down into my debuff team while I move Mara up into my shield team, right? The one character that I feel like I kind of wasted a lot of resources on currently, but as I build him up later, hopefully it'll be a little bit more. It's just because he needs so much to, like, if you don't have him at badge 30, and that's John Stewart, he's nowhere near as effective as he can be. But getting characters to badge 30 is like, this dude was a time dump. It was a time dump to get him here. And for instance, like, I'm going to get her badge 20 and I'm calling it a day. Oh, wow. She can actually get ranked up to 9. I have enough. Oh, I don't know. I'm not going to do that right now. But that's what I wanted to kind of go over in this video. I've seen a lot of people talking about, well, I don't have enough to summon. Guys, I would not be worrying much about summon. My advice would be, every week, try to pick up your desired characters and then call it a day. Your desired epics, call it a day. If that's through your weekly recruitment, your epic recruitment, whatever, I think that's how you should be operating. And then, they're going to start rotating the epics. I think Guy will get put in here relatively soon. I'm actually not even going to summon tonight, because I want to see if they add Guy. Guy tomorrow. Let's just actually double check. Is Guy here? No, he might be added tomorrow though. So I'm going to wait till tomorrow, and I'm going to see if Guy's added. Which this will probably be a couple days released later this week. So you're going to be like, later or tomorrow. He was already there. I'm like, yeah, well, I recorded this earlier in the week. Okay. That's it for this video. I hope this was helpful. And as always, remember, failing is just your first attempt at learning.